Hello, Cancers. My journey has led me back here again. I've decided to restart my channel again. For you guys who've supported me, thank you so much. I thought it was time to restart my channel. I had a lot of support. I did need to take some time off from readings. I needed to kind of find my focus again and get my inspiration. But, you know, I've had a lot of help over the months. I've got my inspiration back. I've got everything back again. I feel like it's the right time starting for 2020, and I'm ready to start a new year, and I'm ready to go forward with my YouTube journey. I know I got off of it, but I guess I'm just meant to go back, and I really need to go back and do this again. So it's time for me to continue the journey. There were a lot of factors, and why I walked away, but I'm back, and I want to start it off on a new foot. What? Starting the year fresh now, starting the new year fresh. Getting you guys your readings again, and just really having fun with it. And I found my inspiration again. So, and for you, to those who have supported me and my readings, I want to personally thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And here we go. Now, Cancer, I'm calling this the Here and Beyond spread. This is called the Here and Beyond. You know what? I'm going to do a reading that covers what we went through in 2019 and what we should be expecting in the upcoming year of 2020. So I'm calling it the Here and Beyond spread. Something I thought about and ready to just do. All right, Cancer. So without further ado, here it is, the Here and Now spread. All right. Show me what Cancer should be expecting into this upcoming year. What we've been through and what's to come. And we've been through a lot, Cancers. It's been kind of an emotional roller coaster this year. The ups and downs. It's been like a roller coaster ride. And I can tell you firsthand it has been. The ups, the downs, a few missteps. But it happens though, and I feel like we're going into 2020 with a new perspective. I felt like these ups and downs, this roller coaster ride, it's given us focus. And now we're coming into the new year with a new focus and new passion, it looks like. And yes, and the reading here is already kind of describing that. Here we go, Cancer. So we went through a year where basically it's been up and down. There's been a lot of indecision this year. There's a Two of Swords, like I said, the stop, the starts, the finding new courses. I feel like it's been a stop and start sort of year. So it has been, it's been a ride. It's been a real ride this year. But I feel like with the past energies, I feel like, sometimes we have to take a stop and, look at where we were this year and decide, it's time to leave things behind, start something new. Here we go. We got energy going into the new. The energy going into the new year is the Tower and the Fool. Make some unexpected changes, break away from the normal, break away what we're used to. All right, there could be some good news coming in. Maybe some of you are making a career change. Some of you feel you need to get off a career path, or you're focusing in on your complete happiness here. The Ten of Coins is about having it all, complete happiness, complete everything. I feel like we're searching for a completion, and that's what we were doing this year. This year was a bit of an experimental year, Cancers. We were looking to see what's out there, see how he's looking out there. That's what we were doing. We were looking out there. There was some indecision. We weren't sure. All right, we weren't sure what our passion. Maybe we weren't sure what our passion was. We do have the Queen of Wands here, and what I'm getting from that is we were looking for our passion this year. what drives us, what brings us passion. And I admit it, I struggled with that this year. I didn't know what it was. And I took a step back and realized I found it again. I found my passion again. And now I'm going forward with that journey into the 2002. So some of you cancers will find what you're looking for next year. I feel like you'll find your passion. This year was kind of an experimental year. All right. It was experiments. Sometimes experiments don't always go the way we want, but it was very experimental. Now we're looking to new horizons this year. And like I said, new paths where we're going to be happily going down. And there are things that are going to be breaking down for us and starting anew. I feel like we're breaking the mold here. And I could say for some of us cancers, maybe we're tired of being the foundation for other people. Maybe we're tired, around work and family. It's hard. Some cancers have a tendency to be the foundation for everything, whether it's in your workplace or, around family, relationships. We're the foundation for everything. And a lot of times we compromise ourselves because we try to be everything to everybody. And it's time to get off that path. We can't be everything to everybody. Because when you do that, you start to lose yourself. And I felt like that too. I'm talking to you personally now. I felt like that I've lost myself because I tried to be everything to everybody, but not being true to myself. And when you're not true to yourself, sometimes you deceive yourself. All right. Sometimes you could trick yourself into maybe things are all right when really you're not happy. And maybe some of us have did that, cancers, this year. Maybe we're tricking ourselves into maybe this is right. I've tried this, and when all is said and done, we realize it really wasn't what we wanted, and now we're ready for something new. And I could personally tell you firsthand, that's how I feel about my job. I thought I wanted it, but now I don't want it anymore. I want to do something else. You know what? And going forward, we're going to be a little bit more. You know what? The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone who's very strong. She's independent. She's also has to be a little bit cold-hearted. You know what? Maybe we gotta start telling people no now. It's time for the word. Time to say no. It's time to say no, Cancer. Going into 2002, we can't be the foundation for everybody. Otherwise, you're gonna get lost. And I felt like this year, I felt like I was never true to I felt like I was going where I thought I was supposed to go, but in reality, it wasn't making me happy. And then I made so many course changes this year. I feel like that's what the cancers are doing this year. We're making so many course changes that now we've come to the end of the year. We're like, okay, so for the beginning of the 2020, we're making new changes. We're breaking the mold. We're creating our own foundation for ourselves. All right. And we're going to have to say no along the way to certain people and certain things. And that's perfectly okay to do. All right, always remember that. We also have the energy of the King of Swords and the world, a completion. We're completing a cycle. Things are coming full circle for us. All right, we've completed this cycle of kind of being lost. All right, we're starting a new cycle with some new goals for ourselves. All right, and like I said, King of Swords and Queen of Swords are basically the same things. We're going forward fearlessly, having fear, not afraid to say no to things anymore, and just go with what makes us happy, not be everybody, not start to put more of us into our decisions, valuing our own decisions that we want to do, cancers for ourselves. It's the old saying, sometimes you got to stop and ask what you want for yourself because we're so busy giving to everybody else. It's time to make that change. And I'm embracing that new challenge next year. And I hope you guys will be too. And I'm glad to be with you guys on this voyage again. So happy. Okay, so I covered that portion. I'm gonna cover a love portion because love, I feel like this year has been the same thing. It's sort of been like, we're looking for the right partners. There've been lovers, there've been dates, there've been a lot of missteps in love and relationships. A lot of potentials. A lot of potentials and a lot of heartbreaks, things not working out, or things not taking off, kind of stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. I feel like the Cancer, it's been like that. Relationships too, it's been very, very much stop, start with relationships, and I'm seeing what the new year is going to bring for relationships for us too. All right, Cancers. Let's see what 2020 has for relationships from us. I'm getting the words reconciling old relationships and embracing new. So we're embracing new relationships and old relationships. Yeah. This year we're getting worth waiting for and wedding. So it's definitely, again, and trust. Trust that the relationship that we've been looking for was worth waiting for. Yes, this year was a lot of stops and starts, so it's probably for a reason, because the right person is coming in. And I feel that very strongly. Yeah, here you go. This could be the one, Cancer, for this year. Yeah, and you got to pay attention to red flags, because we always have to do, because Cancers like to jump in. And you deserve love, all right? Cancers, we deserve it. We have a possible, but be careful though. We got to make sure that we notice this person too, all right? Or this person could be noticing us, so there could be a definite relationship with 2020 as long term, and that could result into a wedding. All right, but make sure you're noticing it though. All right, because sometimes we can overlook things too. It's hard though, especially when you've been through the ups and downs with relationships. Stop, start. Sometimes you get frustrated and you don't want to look anymore, or you get tired of waiting, and you're just like, oh. I feel like this year again, relations. I feel like it's been stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. You're thinking that something's gonna work out, it doesn't. It's just like it got annoying. But next year, it looks like the tables are turning on that. Yeah, and like I said, the reconciliation, attraction, and soulmate. So yeah, I see a blend of the old and the new coming in next year. In other words, some old relationships rekindling and some new relationships starting. So next year there'll be some lot of choices to make in relationships. And I remember quickly looking at astrology, an astrological chart with that. I do see that it's been also like that too. So it's kind of following the path of that too. So next year astrology is going to be a mix of old relationships and new relationships coming in for Cancer. It's going to be a good mix. This year, like I said, it's been a very weird year, Cancer, up and down relationships. Things seem that they're going to work, and they don't. Stop, start. You could be talking to somebody, and all of a sudden, nothing. It's just this year. I feel like that cycle comes to an end of the stop, start. And next year, I feel like we know what we want. All right, when it comes to relationships, works, career, Cancer, we know what we want, and we're not hesitant to go about getting it. And there's certain changes that we have to make, Cancer, but I think what we have to do coming up, Cancers. And it's so good doing this again. It feels so good, and it feels so natural, and I'm really glad. I'm really glad that I come back full circle to this. I'm really glad, and I'm glad that and be glad to be bringing you guys your readings again. And this concludes the reading that I've entitled From Here and Beyond, and I'm glad that you've tuned into it. Cancers, I'm really enjoy the fact that that you guys are coming back again, and I welcome the old ones. I welcome you new ones. I'm sorry I had to take some time away, but I felt like it was necessary for me to kind of get my head on straight again, and I did. Now I'm back with your readings, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of me, guys. The voyage continues. Thank you so much.